yourselves. Come on, get up.
Come on, everything out. Let him move on.
Don't put there with the rest. Come on, Sean, hurry up.
Come on.
There's a bit of trouble here. I won't be long.
What kind of trouble? Let me see.
Stay in your coach, girl. Don't get out of it now.
Come on, everything out. Get the table.
Well, get the big
Move along, Paddy, move along. You, priest, back in your box and get on your way.
I'll just have a word with the woman, Captain. You wouldn't deny her a bit of comfort, would you? Don't fret, don't fret.
He's too sorry.
I'll send Donnelly over with the cart for your things and we'll find a place.
Stand clear there. Put your backs into it, man. Come on, lad. Come on, you're supposed to be nothing. Look at it. Come here. And again. There she goes. Higher. Come on. Torch it. Torch it.
Stay in the coach, miss.
Colin, what in heaven's name is happening?
Come on, Scarlett, come on.
They've destroyed that poor woman's house.
It's an eviction, Scarlett. She hasn't the rent money.
Well, why did they destroy it?
So as no one will live in it.
I don't understand.
The owner's English. The English own Ireland. You understand that, don't you?
Sort of.
The owner doesn't want to rent the place at all anymore. He's doing what they call organising his property. First, the rent is raised beyond the possibility of being paid. Then the house is burnt down. Then the land is set to grazing cattle, and that's where the profits are. And it's Ireland, too. No beauty about it whatsoever.
I thought the driver's name was Brendan.
Beg your pardon?
When you introduced me to the driver, you called him Brendan, but that soldier back there called him Paddy.
We're all Paddies to the English, Scarlett. It's comparable to your despicable term, nigger.
I never used that word in my life. Hard have played me wrong.
I wasn't referring to you in particular.
I'm glad to hear it. I must say, Paddy doesn't sound all that bad. Not as bad as that other.
You'd have to be Irish.
Lord, what was that?
Far too much of a hurry to be Irish, darling. That'll be one of them, as are not us.
English?
You're getting the lay of the land.
Hello? Have you brung her?
Hello, everybody.
Have you turned to stone, the lot of you? Or are you going to give the girl the welcome she came halfway around the world for?
Young Katie Scarlett O'Hara, you honor my house and I bid you welcome.
You must be Bridget. Bridie. Bridie. You'll be stopping in my room. And Tim.
That's right.
No, Tim.
Get your bags.
That's Katie Scarlett. Sherry Scarlett. Come at last. And I've lived to see the day. Glory be to God. Oh.
A CTV News Update. Here is Lloyd Robertson.
Good evening. Some stories we're following. Drug haul off the East Coast. The Navy nets $100 billion worth of cocaine from the ocean floor. Blue Jays verdict. 2 star pitchers cleared of brawling with Florida police. Back after this.
Hello? Yes, it is. Oh, sure, I'd love to save on my long-distance call. Listen, I have a cottage about an hour out of town. Oh, you only service major centers. So with that plan, I would have to sign up my friends, too? I really wouldn't want to do that, no. Well, I appreciate the call, but I think I'll stay with BC Tel. They have everything I need.
Also ahead tonight, police promise to make good. Goldhawk fights for a family thrown out of their house by officers acting illegally. Details later on CTV News.
Scotties are softer now. Pass it on.
Scotties are softer now. Pass it on. Scotties are softer now. Pass it on.
From Scott Paper, our softest Scotties ever, in beautiful decorator boxes. Scotties are softer now.
It's been proven that children who receive a lot of touching as infants grow 50% faster. So you might be interested to know that Pear's added silk protein to its formula, which has special ingredients to help make hair softer and more inviting to touch, as if moms needed further encouragement.
At TD Bank, we have 475 customers named John Smith. They're all different, so we have different services to fit everyone. Because of TD, no matter what your name is, you're never just another John Smith. TD, your bank, your way.
Just because you can't read what your prescription says doesn't mean you shouldn't understand what it means. That's why Shoppers Drug Mart created the Health Watch Reminder. It tells you more about your prescription.
This medication is used to prevent asthma attacks and may also be used.
It tells you more about potential drug conflicts.
Just like the pharmacist told us. While taking this medication, do not take other anti-inflammatories, including ASA.
It tells you about possible allergic reactions, as well as side effects.
Now, he's been on this medication for a while, but you'll want to keep an eye out for any of these reactions. If he seems at all drowsy,
And it tells you something about the people who thought you should have this information. The Health Watch Reminder. Available with every prescription. Only from Shoppers Drug Mart. It's everything you want in a drugstore.
I got your note.
Evidently.
Came as soon as I could.
Soon enough. You miss me? No doubt you've missed this. Here. Have a look.
Disgusting. Take it away.
Get undressed.
Would you like a cup of tea, Scarlett?
I'd love it. Kathleen, I've got the feeling my wardrobe might not be appropriate for living in Ireland.
Your clothes are beautiful, Scarlett, but you might be right in their lack of fitting. Would you like to lend some of mine?
Thank you, Kathleen. That's very generous of you, but I think I'd better do some shopping just the same.
We could go into town today.
No, I can't today. Colum's coming by for me.
Is he? Well, where are you off to then?
You wouldn't tell me. Adventuring, too.
Come on, then. We'll find you something more fit for adventuring than that.
Are you going to tell me where we're going before we get there?
I am not.
If you weren't a priest and my cousin, I'll bet I could wheedle it out of you.
And wouldn't I enjoy the wheedling were I not your cousin and the priest?
As for your priesthood, I'm going to have to ask you to do something which I guess will be difficult for you.
And what might that be?
I have to tell a little fib column, and I have to ask you not to tell anybody that's what it is.
Fib?
A little white lie that won't hurt anybody. I'm not asking you to tell it. I'm asking you... Well, I'm just asking you not to say anything.
Am I likely to choke on these words and not speak?
I don't see why. I don't want to be a divorced woman there in a child.
How can you not be that, if it's what you are?
I can be a widow. I'm going to tell people my husband recently passed on.
And what'll be the point of that, Scarlett?
I don't want to be a divorced woman bearing a child with a husband that threw her over. I can't bear it. I simply cannot bear it.
Nor will you have to, then. Push them.
Will you tell?
It'll be our secret.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you.
And there'll not be a man or woman that'll ever wheedle it out of me. This is Tara.
Tara?
The first Tara, whose memory your father brought with him to America. Do you see that row of ancient stones over there? That's all we've left of the great banqueting hall was Tara 10 centuries ago. Here's where the O'Haras sung first, Scarlett. And the Monaghan's, the Mahanys, O'Gormans, O'Briens, the Donahues, the Carmodys, the heroes. All the heroes. This was Tara.
I feel so strange, Colin.
It does that to some.
What is it?
Time. What are you up to?
Just something silly, I guess. only Pa knew where I just stood.
He does, of course.
Wish I could believe that.
Give it time.
What's this place?
Ballyhara. All this land round is known as Ballyhara. 200 years ago, it was our people's land. O'Hara land. That's the big house in Ballyhara.
Does no one live in it? It looks deserted.
No one lives there, no one will.
What do you mean? Why?
There's a dark history on it.
Tell me.
Give it enough folklore for one day, darling. We don't want to overdo it, do we? What?
That's fierce, Dad. We'd no idea.
Give our deepest condolences, dear Scarlett. Thank you.
What a tragedy. My husband passed on, his child are carrying.
It would appear I wasn't meant for marriage. All my husbands died, you see. All? Are you saying you've been to the altar more than once? 3 times, as a matter of fact.
And lost them, every one. Glory be to God, it's like a curse, isn't it, Friday?
Like it makes no difference. My first 2 husbands were nothing like Red. Not to speak ill of the dead, but tall and red. What a man he was. He could make a girl dizzy just thinking about him. My other 2 husbands were perfectly fine and decent men, but 10 of them couldn't have made one Red Butler.
Now splashing in a tin pot, and then there's music.
I'd have to believe that being divorced by her husband would be one of the most devastating things that could happen to a woman.
Well, it depends on the woman. As to Scarlett, she can do with being devastated.
Is it unseemly me to be speaking about it, Red? If it is,
Not
I'll...
a bit, everyone else is.
Heavens, I can't bite my tongue any longer. I just can't. It was me.
I beg your pardon, my dear.
Who saw her? Scarlett. In the hotel. I was the one who saw Scarlett with a man I now know is named Ashley Wilkes, but didn't know at the time I saw them. I was the one who told.
You don't say.
I've just been driven to distraction, thinking that was maybe the reason you were divorcing her. Because of the fact that I told her that I saw Scarlett.
Scarlett and I have been at loggerheads for some considerable time now.
You mean you don't hate me then? I could fully understand if you did, although it'd break my heart.
Oh, slow down, honey. I appreciate you coming out. I've spent several years with a woman whose concept of the truth is severely lackadaisical. I find you a real refreshing change.
You do? Really?
You bet.
I feel like a great big hunk of solid rock's been lifted off my back.
I'm quite pleased to release you.
Oh, no, weren't you just perfectly furious when you heard about Scarlett?
Well, Scarlett hasn't always played by the rules, eh? But then neither have I.
She's a woman.
She certainly is.
I've been thinking about what you were saying this afternoon.
Oh, what did I say?
About rules, playing by the rules. In regard to Scarlett. Well, I got the impression, maybe I'm mistaken, I could be totally mistaken, but I got the impression you were suggesting a woman has the same sort of prerogatives to take as a man, by way of behaving.
As long as she can be sensible about it.
About what?
Whatever comes of her claiming the prerogative.
Like what you were saying about gambling, and chance of losing.
And winning.
And winning, yes.
A woman like that's particularly attractive to a certain kind of man.
She is?
What do you think about that?
About what?
About taking no prerogative and the risks that come with it.
I guess I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know that I've got a prerogative to take.
Sure you do.
I do?
No question about you having it. No question about you taking it.
It's a smiling face. It's a gift, an embrace. It's your feelings best told when you give pot of gold. The gift that's wrapped in a rainbow. Every year, the world's favorite airline brings 28 million people together. British Airways, the world's favorite airline. Micro-groove. True closeness, true comfort. The Philishave Micro-groove, our closest shave ever.
Smell anything?
A wet dog?
Mm-hmm. Now?
Pine needles. And the wet dog.
Regular air fresheners just cover up odors. Now?
Potpourri and pine needles. And the wet dog.
But now there's Airwick Nutra-Air, a whole new idea. Instead of just covering up, it neutralizes odors with a special new technology. So the air smells fresh and clean. Now?
Could you do that again?
Nutra-Air. It clears the air.
Oh!
The next 649 jackpot is estimated at a colossal $5.2 million.
It's a smiling face. It's a gift, an embrace. It's your feelings best told when you give pot of gold. The gift that's wrapped in a rainbow.
Hello there.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Doing? I'm looking around.
You're not Irish.
I'm American.
From the southern portion of that troubled land, I take it.
Georgia.
Ah, you're among the vanquished in the recent unpleasantness between the states.
We lost the war, mister. Nobody vanquished us.
I mean no offense.
Butler. My full name and the one I prefer to go by is Scarlett O'Hara, brother. And I'm getting something of a crick in my neck looking at you up there. In my country, a gentleman dismounts when addressing a lady. He also generally introduces himself unless he has some nefarious reason not to do so.
Fenton.
Fenton what?
Well, actually, I'm the Earl of Fenton.
That's a magnificent piece of horseflesh you're riding there, Earl.
You know something of horses, do you?
More than something. This isn't mine. It belongs to my uncle. I'll be getting myself a proper horse real soon.
Yes, I should say that might be advised.
This land once belonged to my family, the O'Haras.
You don't say.
Maybe some of it will again.
And how might that come?
It's called Ballyhara.
Yes, I know.
You don't happen to know who owns it, do you?
As a matter of fact, I do. Why do you ask?
I'm just curious. How much land goes with it?
1,200 acres.
It's a nice piece of property.
It's a wreck of a place. You been inside?
I was just looking for a way in.
Follow me.
Must have been a grand house before it's left to go to rack and ruin.
Do you know anything of the history of Ballyhart?
I get the impression something unpleasant happened, but I don't know what.
It was built by an Englishman, of course. The house passed from generation to generation until the time of the famine. Are you familiar with the famine here in Ireland?
My pa told us all about it.
The then Lord of Ballyhara was unable, it seems, to bear the horrors of starvation and death. He bought a ship to provide free passage to America for his tenants, their families, anyone who cares to take advantage of his pity, largesse. Many did. The exact number was never known, surely in the hundreds. But they all drowned when the ship went down in the first heavy sea encounter.
Oh, my Lord.
Not long after, the Lord of Ballyhard was found in a stable, bound hand and foot, and hung from a raft. The act, of course, of a handful of demented hags, bound on revenge. Of course, there was retribution for them. 5 men from the village were chosen at random and hanged.
Hanged by who?
By the legal representatives of the British Crown, of course. It was all 30 years ago. The house hasn't been occupied since. The local witchery has it inevitably that the house is haunted.
Well, considering that story, if any place had a right to be haunted, I guess it would be Ballyhara. And by the way, should we have a chance to meet again after today, don't you dare ever use the word Patty in my presence again.
Have I encountered a Fenian heart in an American breast?
A what?
The word is unfamiliar to you, I think.
Fenian?
Fenian Brotherhood. A secret Irish society dedicated to the violent and bloody overthrow of British rule in Ireland. Knowing full well the mayhem inherent in that hopeless wish.
That's politics. I don't want anything to do with politics.
Very wise of you.
Well, ghost or no ghost, I'd still like to speak to the owner.
You are? The man who was hanged was my father. May I offer you some lunch, Mrs. Butler? You aren't far from Fenton Hall.
And the way it looks now reminds me of the condition of our homes after the Yankees passed through. Except the Big Valley Harrisons, the result of nothing more than downright neglect. Anyone can see what a beautiful place it must have been once. Well, I know how you feel about the English, but they sure know how to build houses. Now, what's this I hear about it being haunted? Has anyone ever actually seen a ghost at Ballyhara? Oh, I know what's different about supper tonight. I'm the only one talking. What's going on? Something happened? Did somebody die?
Are we going to sit here all night like lumps in a log, or will we have it out? You're known to have been consorting with the master of Fenton Hall today, Scarlett. What's it said?
Consultant? What's that supposed to mean, consultant? I met him by accident at Ballyhara, and he invited me to his home for lunch. How did you know about it, anyway?
There's nothing happens here that the whole county doesn't know about. Bit of all of dark.
Just to keep in mind for future refer.
Now, look here. I'm real fond of all of you, and I have the greatest respect for your feelings about the English, but I have the slightest bit of objection about being told who I can talk to and who I can't.
I'm right here.
The Scarlet's got nothing to do with our troubles, Dad.
Can she be among us and have nothing to do with them?
She can if she likes. It's her decision to make, and no judgment on it. Would you all please stop talking about me as though I was somewhere else?
But you're not somewhere else, darling. And that's the point of it.
I don't want anything to do with politics.
Politics? Is it politics you call it, woman?
Father.
Nothing was ever heard any the better for shouting.
Yes, that's what I'll call it. I've seen it and I've seen what it can do. From Fort Sumter to the terrible day General Lee handed over his sword at Appomattox Courthouse. And millions dead between, and ruination and despair. I've had my bellyful and I'll have no more. I'm sorry for shouting.
Call it politics if that's your need, Scarlet. But what we're about here is human suffering.
After the hanging and the murders, Fenton's mother took him and his sister away to live in England. That's still his real home place. 5 years or so ago, he bought Fenton Hall, as he came to call it. He passes a fair bit of his time there.
I get the impression he's not very well liked.
No more or less than any of the rest of them. But I don't think you should encourage an association with him.
God, knock down, you two. I'm not encouraging anything with them.
All's well then. Home sweet home, should you choose to call it that. There's a sleeping chamber there. Could do with a few more sticks of furniture. What do you think?
It'll do just fine, Connie. Now, where can I buy a good horse and a trap?
What?
It's my duty to marry a Belle.
Jumping Jones, you're going to tell me it wasn't about that girl and the family way?
Of course not.
Well, what do you mean it's your duty?
I told you. I'm compromised.
You didn't force yourself on her, did you?
You know better than to ask that.
Sure do not apologize. She's bragging on him to make an honest woman of her.
Maybe she's making an honest man of me.
Oh, Red. It's going to be terrible for your reputation back with this round. Terrible.
They're all just adorable, Mrs. Gardner. This one especially.
When's the baby coming then?
November. Oh, that's lovely.
Ladies,
Good morning, Father.
Colin.
is she buying out the shop, Mrs. Scanlon?
Oh, just the baby stuff thus far, but I'm still hoping. And honey pulling your leg.
I should hope so after what I carried out of the shop for myself not 2 weeks ago.
There's no one in Adam's time could complain of your custom, Mrs. Butler.
I can't make up my mind. I'll take them home, Mrs. Kennedy.
Oh, and there's the proof of it. Come on, Daddy.
How much will you take for Ballyhara?
You're quite serious.
Let's find out.
She's of average height and average weight. Yet, there's absolutely nothing average about her. She's what happens when a company believes safety isn't one thing, it's everything. And she is the first and only crash test dummy with that special glow. The company is General Motors.
The young vet's radical ideas led to Canada's first canned dog food.
A dog needs just two things, son.
Yes, sir?
First, you need to feed him right.
Today, inspired by Dr. Ballard, our nutritionists have created Balanced Diet Dry Dog Food, a unique blend of beef, chicken, liver, and cheese.
Sir, it's the second thing.
Love, son. Lots of love.
Dr. Ballard Dry Dog Food.
Before sight, before smell, even before sound, touch is the first sense to develop. So Pear's added silk protein to its formula, which has special ingredients to help make hair softer and more wonderful to touch. Well, maybe a little too wonderful.
Today is my birthday. Somewhere between 15 and 85. What do I want this year? Well, maybe fewer candles on the cake.
Maybelline introduces revitalizing skincare with alpha hydroxy, proven to decrease the look of fine lines, reduce dryness. New Maybelline revitalizing skincare helps take years off the look of skin.
I'm 41.
Maybe she's born with it.
You're watching Scarlet on CTV.
Scotties are softer now. Pass it on.
Scotties are softer now. Pass it on. Scotties are softer now. Pass it on.
From Scott Paper, our softest Scotties ever, in beautiful decorator boxes. Scotties are softer now.
Busy lifestyles demand a well-balanced diet. And that can include beef. In fact, a serving of trimmed beef is just 178 calories and it's high in iron. So enjoy it hot. Or discover a cool new way. Nutritious and delicious.
Nothing else is beef.
This tool thief expects to get away with murder. His family expects a quiet vacation in the mountains. But this afternoon, there's going to be a change of plans. Because in life, there are just some things we can't predict. Michael Gross, David Hasselhoff.
Have your hands! Have your hands! Hey, what? Manny Harris! Have your hands!
The O'Hara woman has just made purchase at Ballyhara and 1,000 acres with it.
Have you been doing your drinking elsewhere today, O'Brien?
Brian must have been talking to the little people again. But it's the truth. I've just had it right from the lips of Father Colin himself. Now would you call him a liar?
If you're pulling our legs, O'Brien, we'll hang you from the rafters by the two of yours.
May I be struck dead first if I'm not telling the truth.
My God, I believe he is.
And there's plenty of work to be had for every man Jack has wanted. Putting it back to its former state. And farms to be had. And rents that'll never rise. No, that's what promised.
Well, here's the Scarlet O'Hara then, God bless her rare soul, who's took back what was took from us and made it Irish once more.
I say now's as good a time as any. We have to consider the risk and trust in that. Where's the risk, man? Do you suppose for a moment she's going to go running to the barracks, hollering sedition?
There's as much chance of that as me doing the same.
Well, the worst thing that can happen now is her turning us down. What do you think, Colin? I think the risk to be more hers than ours. How do you figure that? Were she to be discovered helping us?
She'd know that risk. It's for her to decide.
No, I say now's the time.
Are you having relations with your heroine?
Don't be impertinent.
I was only wondering.
You're not here to wonder.
There's so much in it about. It's to you and her.
Be quiet.
I want to go now.
What are you doing? What's going on here? Richard, what the devil for? Well, where's Uncle Daniel and Tim?
Someone's gone to get them to the field.
I needn't inquire as to your identity. I presume you're the American woman.
You presume, right. What are you doing to these people?
I'm executing an order on behalf of Her Majesty's government with the eviction of the persons resident on this property for reasons of their having fallen in arrears on the rent. Now, stand aside, please, miss.
Are you in arrears, Kathleen?
Well, help us we are, sir.
How much?
I beg your pardon.
It's their pardon you should be begging, not mine. How much in arrears are they?
Constable.
£7, 8 shillings, 9 pence.
Well, do you want it or don't you? I don't have 9 pence. You can keep the change.
Glory be to God. But doesn't she just take the cake?
I'll pay you back. Every penny. I swear it on my father's grave.
Why didn't you tell me you needed money? I'd have been glad to help you.
Not take charity, Scarlett.
It's family, Uncle Daniel. There's no charity in family.
Yes. Every penny.
All right, then. Well, maybe we can make some kind of an arrangement.
What would that be?
Will you come and farm a piece of my land? The rent will be better. Not only for you, for anyone who comes as tenant at Sally House. You put the difference between your rent here and the rent there we're paying it back.
Fine land up there.
It's O'Hara land.
Every penny ain't mine.
And a bit more. I didn't have the exact change. Want some lunch?
I just come by to tell you I'll be away for a while.
Away? Where?
America. Boston, Philadelphia.
Well, don't be gone too long.
Only as long as it's needed. It's coming along.
Not fast enough.
Half the word you'll find mysteriously absent from the Irish vocabulary, darling. You'll be needing help in the run of the house the size of this. I've taken the liberty of arranging that for you. Rosaline Fitzpatrick's her name. Formerly head housekeeper in the estate far side of Trim, near Larricourt.
How much obliged, Colin? I hadn't thought of that.
I'll have her drop by at your convenience. I have other news as well. I've had a letter from Savannah, from Tommy Shannon, the works foreman on the new cathedral being built there, you may recall. It concerns your Tara.
It's about time. What's the news?
Having been faced with a retarded pace of work on the building of the new cathedral, as was hinted to him as a possibility by Tommy, the good bishop has reconsidered your proposal to buy back your sister's share of town and is prepared to enter into negotiations on a fair price.
Hallelujah.
Won't all this alter your plans somewhat?
How?
Well, you seem to be amassing a considerable amount of property all along.
Colin, what we're standing on was here a million years ago. How can anyone have too much of anything that lasts that long?
Well, I thought it was quite like that. But then I don't know of any but you who would.
You'll be needing considerable staff, of course.
Well, I don't know about considerable. Mostly just someone to run the place, and I'm assuming that'll be you, Mrs. Fitzpatrick. I'll only be using a few rooms of Batty Harrow at first.
When will the child be coming? I judge October or thereabouts.
That's what I'm figuring on, around late October. If I've got to finish up work on the house, enough for me to move into it before then.
Why, sir?
I want my baby to be born here.
You'll be needing a steward to manage the butler and the footman and the like, and a head stableman to supervise the grooms. How many horses have you in mind to have?
Well, I haven't gone around thinking about horses yet, Mrs. Fitzpatrick.
I'm late in expressing my pleasure at meeting you and being in your employment, Butler. It'll be an honor to be housekeeper for the O'Hara.
Beg your pardon?
I say I'll be honored being housekeeper for the O'Hara.
The O'Hara? What do you mean?
Are you not aware then? You're called the O'Hara now. Head of the family O'Hara and all its branches, and a rare grace it is, you being a woman. Hasn't been a female born the title in, must be over 100 years or more.
You God, what do I have to do?
The soul will be coming to you with their various troubles now and again. There'll be the odd squabble amongst families that might be needing your attention. There may be occasional intercessions the landlord asked of you. Nothing that you're not equal to from what I've heard of you thus far.
Well, I'll do my best, but what I'd be equal to right now is some lunch. Why don't we go down to the village and drop into the pub?
Well, now, women are rare enough in Carney's, Miss Butter, and never unescorted.
But I'm the O'Hara. Afternoon.
Here's to you! God bless the O'Hara!
These days, anyone can design and build a car with the quality and features you want. And the safety you need. That's easy. We designed and built the all-new 1995 Lumina. So most people can afford it. And that's what makes the new Lumina a genuine Chevrolet.
It's been proven that children who receive a lot of touching as infants grow 50% faster. So you might be interested to know that Pear's added silk protein to its formula, which has special ingredients to help make hair softer and more inviting to touch, as his moms needed further encouragement.
It started as an experiment that got out of control.
Alex is sweating like a racehorse.
Now, he's saying things he's never said.
I'd have nothing to wear.
What? Feeling things he's never felt. And doing something inconceivable.
I really am pregnant.
Uh-oh. Guys do not have babies. That's part of the beauty of being a guy.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, Emma Thompson, Jr.
My nipples are very sensitive.
An Ivan Reitman film. Due Wednesday, November 23rd at theaters everywhere.
Bay offers the best brand names at the lowest possible price. Shop during Bay Day and save 30 to 50% on selected styles of brand-name inner fashions from Wonder Bra, Vogue, Playtex, and Warner's. Stock up on brand name inner fashions during Bay Day and take advantage of 30 to 50% savings. Only at the Bay.
Shopping at the Bay does have its advantages. You're watching Scarlet on CTV.
Now, from the Purex pillow people at Scott Paper, new noticeably softer Purex bathroom tissue. You'll see and feel the difference in every two-ply sheet. It's so much softer, so much smoother. Pillowy soft, regular, and jumbo Purex. Now, noticeably softer.
Perk up your potatoes with cheese whiz. Spice up your salsa with cheese whiz. Good food ideas from Kraft.
You hurt me.
It's dressed.
You're done with me then for the season. No expense in store. You hurt me.
God bless all here.
Colin! You're back.
How are you?
Welcome. I missed you so.
Thank you.
So how was Boston? And Philadelphia, was it?
Quite civilized, I'm pleased to report.
You sure traveled far afield to say suppose. This little creature was kicking me like that from the outside. I'd be black and blue.
Poor lamb. How much longer?
About 3 weeks, I reckon.
And will you have your wishes to the birthplace?
I will. The whole house isn't finished yet, but enough so I'll have my baby neath Sally Harris' roof.
Well, be sure to stay beneath it the night of All Hallows Eve.
Well, what do you mean? What's that?
Well, the same as your Halloween. Though we take it considerably more seriously, I believe, than you do. It's coming a week Saturday. Stay in your house with your door shut tight and your curtains drawn. That's the night that all the goblins and ghosts and spirits from all the times since the world began come out. Some carrying their heads beneath their arms and all other manner of unnatural things.
Colin.
Oh, well. Perhaps you're not quite Irish enough yet.
There's some plaster needed here and there in the walls, but I believe with a good fire in the hearth, cheerful curtains in the windows, the room will afford quite reasonable comfort. Oh, and there's a surprise for you. We found it in the attic.
Sweet mercy, what is it?
It's a state bed, probably made especially for the visit of the Viceroy years ago.
Who's that?
The head of the government in Ireland. I've ordered a comfy mattress made.
I could sleep for a week in this thing and never hit the same spot twice.
I'd say if the bed wants more than one in it.
Mr. Patrick, whatever are you suggesting?
Throw another log on the fire.
Colin, what on earth are you doing out on a night like this?
Well, I was halfway here when the storm broke. It was as easy to keep coming as to turn back.
And who but a priest would venture out on All Hallows Eve?
You're just in time for supper.
Oh, I was hoping I might be. Here, this came in the Adamstown Post for you today.
I was waiting on something from my lawyer in Atlanta. This is it, though. from one of my aunts in Charleston. Mrs. Fitz, would you lay another plate of Karl Martin's to make myself a bit more presentable?
Forget the doctor. He's too far and there isn't the time. There's something not natural here. The blood, look. I can't vouch for myself to do it, Colin.
I'll fetch someone who will.
No one will venture out on All Hallows Eve.
Perhaps I'll get someone to come with a special protection.
Now, from the Purex
pillow people at Scott Paper. New noticeably softer Purex bathroom tissue. You will see and feel the difference in every two-ply sheet. It's so much softer, so much smoother. Pillowy soft, regular, and jumbo Purex. Now noticeably softer.
Worried about wrinkles? Then use the cream found in a study conducted by a leading consumer publication in France to be one of the most effective and least expensive. Yes, that's right. Nivea Visage Anti-Wrinkle Cream was found to be among the most effective ways to fight wrinkles. Conduct your own study and see for yourself. Nivea Visage Anti-Wrinkle Cream.
The challenge. Take the popular Toyota Tercel and reshape it, re-engineer it, make it better. So we developed a new, more powerful 16-valve engine that delivers improved fuel economy, a sleeker design, and a more ergonomic interior. Presenting the totally redesigned Toyota Tercel. Take one for a spin. Cool. Tercel. It's more than just a fun new car.
Who's there?
The ghost of burnt-out Christmas lights.
I don't see you.
Precisely. I'm experiencing technical difficulties.
Well, let's go to Canadian Tire.
They have Christmas lights?
They have everything for the holidays. Great prices on housewares. All kinds of gifts.
Wow.
And beautiful decorations.
Very nice.
So, Spirit, what else can I help you with?
Find me another job.
Unhappy?
A little burnt out.
Canadian Tire lets you give like Santa, save like Scrooge.
Scarlet is brought to you in part by... We care about the same things you do. And also brought to you in part by Pears with Silk Protein for soft, touchable hair.
Tomorrow, the saga continues.
I wonder if you have any new thoughts about your baby's death.
If you mean have I had any new thoughts about telling him, the answer's no.
Lord Fenton sets his sights on Scarlet,
Quite some time since I was given a gift by a man.
while Rhett has a surprise of his own. You and I are going to be sailing.
Where to?
England first and out. Never knowing he was about to tempt fate.
You think because you stopped loving me, I stopped loving you?
Scarlet.
Why did you come? Why did you?
As Scarlet tries to forget the past,
I want to live.
Rhett discovers he can't let go.
In your sleep one night, you said her name. You said Scarlet.
The story of one woman's remarkable journey continues.
Love him, huh? Of course I do. Me too.
As Scarlet travels home to America.
From the first terror paw to the last.
More surprises await.
I have a child, Ashley. A born-neck child.
For Scarlet. Tomorrow.
Start your day the right way. Join Keith Morrison, Valerie Pringle, and the rest of the team for CTV's Canada AM. And Scarlett goes to Atlanta to nurse her sister Sue Ellen. Meanwhile, Anne and Rhett learn they're going to be parents. Tune in for Joanne Wally Kilmer and Timothy Dalton, starring in Part 3 of Scarlet, tomorrow. And now, stay tuned for CTV News with Lloyd Robertson, making your world make sense.
I picked up 4 scratch wins, and actually it was the 4th ticket. She asked me if I wanted to play the new game, Cash in a Flash. I said, sure, as long as it's a winner. And then I went home, scratched 2 tickets, forgot about the other 2. And then my mom called to say she landed in Toronto, and I scratched the ticket. I had 10 G's.
Get your pens up. It's BC Keno time.
14.
26. 51. 19. 25. 39. 83.
Tonight, huge haul in a deep-sea drug bust. Good reason to butt out.
Something came up.
What's her name?
Whose name?
Do I look like I just fell off the turnip truck?
Actually, I barely even know her.
A business associate, right? Married, 50-ish, blue hair.
Look, I'm doing this for a friend.
Oh, a mercy day.
No, it's not like that.
Then what's it like? Come on, Brad, if I'm being thrown over for another woman.
I'm hoping to get some information.
From this mystery.
Right. It would be enormously helpful to my friend.
Who also happens to be a woman.
Not gonna let me off the hook easy here, are you?
I'm going to milk this for all it's worth.
Uh-huh.
If you had to cancel our date, why didn't you just call me?
Well, you know me. I like the person.
Refresh my memory.
Brain check.
Do you know how many men would kill to go out with me tonight?
Any men with brains would want to do that.
Does that suggest that you're brainless?
No, what that suggests is that there is something, unfortunately, that I have to do. I'm going to have to play it very cool.
Mitchell, thank you for coming so quickly.
What's going on, John?
Well, I rather imagine you're going to be hearing about it, so I don't want it to catch you off guard.
Something about the divorce, I think.
Yes. I canceled Jill's credit cards.
Oh, you did? When?
Today?
Did you inform Jill beforehand?
No.
Have there been any repercussions?
She's livid. She tried to charge God knows what, and her credit card was refused.
I see. Well, in all honesty, John, I would have advised against such an action right now.
Mitchell, the woman was going off the deep end with her buying. And when I found out what she was spending, I damn well put an end to it.
Oh, I am so glad you're still here. You've got to do something.
About what?
About my husband. He's harassing me again.
Calm down. Start at the
Calm
beginning.
down? How can I calm down? I have never been so embarrassed in my whole life.
What did you do?
He canceled my credit cards. He just cut me off.
With no provocation?
No provocation, no warning. Lord, I was standing there. My purchases had all been run up. And the clerk, in front of everybody, tells me that my credit card has been refused. I was so mortified. Oh, my God, and he did this just to humiliate me. Oh, I'm not going to tolerate this. There must be something we can do, because he's not getting away with this.
is presented in part by 97 KISS FM, home of Latrimo in the Morning with Fred and Pappy.
Warehouse shopping saves money. Save up to 50% on brand name furniture and mattresses. Furniture for every room in your home. United Furniture Warehouse. Buy furniture, warehouse price.
Chef Boyardee has found a fun way to get your kids to eat. Introducing Sesame Street Pasta. Shape the Big Bird and friends in a delicious new sauce created specially for little kids with no MSG or preservatives. Prepared in a wholesome way you'll appreciate with a special taste they'll love. What's gotten into you? Sesame Street Pasta. Brought to you by Chef Boyardee and the letters M-O-M.
I exercise, it happens. I sneeze, it happens. I go to a restaurant, my restroom radar kicks in because it could happen. Who wants to think about light bladder protection? I don't. And now, I don't. Because I found a maxi that's better than ordinary maxi pads. New Stay Free Dry Plus. They stay drier than ordinary maxi pads, so I feel drier. Look, it's no big deal. Get new Stay Free Dry Plus and get on with it.
Funny how the most inexpensive thing in this commercial is the car. And it comes with 2 airbags, great fuel economy, and more room than you think. Introducing the all-new Geo Metro at $10,495. It's not a lot.
Brand name furniture and mattresses at low warehouse prices.
It's low-cost warehouse concept.
Furniture for every room in your home at savings up to 50%.
It's low-cost warehouse concept.
United Furniture Warehouse. Fine furniture. Warehouse price. Welcome to UTV's Your Town Calendar, a digest of community events in and around Vancouver.
Celebrate a Victorian Christmas at the 7th Annual Family Christmas Show, Saturday, November 19th at Brockhouse on the Ocean. Browse to your heart's content through designer gift items while you relax to the sounds of a classical harpist in the Tea Garden. Partial proceeds benefit Ronald McDonald House. Get ready for the holidays early and celebrate Christmas in November at the Chateau Whistler, November 25th to 27th. Executive chefs will give you hints on everything from festive drinks to decorating tips. Partial proceeds benefit Kids Safe. Both amateurs and experts can swirl, sip, and savor at the Kiwanis International Wine Festival, November 18th at the VTCC. All proceeds benefit Kiwanis Community Project, including the Boys and Girls Club and the Kiwanis Music Festival. The Big Sisters of the BC Lower Mainland want to fly you from the winter blues. A $2 raffle ticket buys you a chance to win a trip to either Hong Kong, Mexico, or San Francisco. The Big Sisters will be selling tickets November 12th, 13th, 19th, and 20th at Lansdowne Mall, and November 12th and 13th at Park Royal. And join Mark Dreesen and the U-Crew for the 11th Annual Runners World Fall Classic, Sunday, November 20th at UBC. There's over $5,000 in prizes to be won, so sign up now.
If you have a community event coming up, be sure to give us plenty of time and write to us care of Your Town Calendar, UTV, 180 West 2nd Avenue, B5Y 3T9.
You may think of the outdoors as majestic, beautiful, romantic. At Participaction, we think of the outdoors as the world's largest health club with free admission. Just another day at the world's largest health club. Participaction.
Yeah, studio. Malcolm.
Hi, Malcolm. It's Olivia.
Oh, hey, girl. What's up?
our little get-together this evening, and you're invited.
Oh, no, a little get-together, huh?
Mm-hmm. Nothing fancy, just the family.
All right, come on, Olivia. You sure about that?
What do you mean?
Well, this isn't another one of those, oh, let's help fix up poor lonely Malcolm with a date party.
Stop playing hard to get. Get your buns over to Neil and Drew's, okay? We're going to have some drinks. We'll see what happens from there.
All right. What time?
Hour and a half?
Okay, cool. I think I'll be wrapped up by then.
Good. See you there.
All right, bye.
How you feel? Drew, I was just thinking about you. You knew, and here I am. What brings you by?
Well, I was thinking about that certain little intern that we were going to introduce to Malcolm, and I think we should give it another shot.
Ooh, I better bring you up to date. Malcolm met Stephanie.
He did? When?
Say, did you set it up? No, they met each other in the cafeteria.
And they hit it off big time, I bet.
Not exactly.
You mean
They hated each other.
Oh, girl, tell me that.
No. Stephanie thinks that he's cute, but obnoxious, and he thinks she's one cold fish.
Okay. We blew that one. But we can find somebody else for Malcolm, right?
Well, I wouldn't say that we blew that one. I mean, I think the jury's still out. I can't believe you, Blade. Why were you out with Mary Jo behind my back? What is going on?
Ashley?
Please.
Oh, I didn't mean to start. Look, come here. Give me a hug, huh? Oh. So, how's your day?
Fine. Long.
I want to talk to you about something.
Oh?
Well, you know, the other night after dinner with Jack and Chemo, I said I had to go out. What I didn't tell you is that I met Mary Jo Mason and we had a drink.
Did you?
Yeah, she called me earlier in the day, sounded upset. I wasn't sure what it was all about.
So how'd you find out?
What?
That I knew you'd gotten together with Mary Jo. That is why you're being forthright about this, isn't it?
Hello.
I'm not late.
Nice, right on time. Would either of you care for something from the bar? Whichever wine list.
Anything's fine, you choose.
Okay, how about an 83 Merlot? Excellent. We'll be back shortly with menus. Thank you.
So, here we are.
Again.
Chance meeting at lunch, now dinner.
Who knows? This could end up being our lucky place.
This probably isn't a good idea.
Second thoughts about seeing me?
I didn't mean that. A few things have happened to me recently. Personal things. And I'm not sure this is the right time for us to be going out.
You too can wake up to Africa. The Labob Coffee Company presents African Safari Blend. Beans from the heart of Kenya give this coffee an intense, full body and fine, winey flavor. The taste of African Safari is waiting. From the company that makes coffee and
adventure. The Nabob Coffee Company.
Oh, man, I'm here with a giant in the reg industry, Big Bill Sharp. Now, Big Bill, this is a Nestle Crunch Bar.
Love it.
It's a delicious blend of Nestle milk chocolate and crunchy Rice
Oh, yeah.
Crisp. And you know what all this means, Big Bill?
Sensational.
That's big taste, Big Bill. Big crunch, Big Bill. Now take a big bite, Big Bill. Bye-bye, Big Bill. Well, there you have it, folks. Nestle Crunch really is scrunches when it crunches. Sell everything.
Hi, I'm Terry for Kids TV. Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year, and probably yours too. Recently, Jonathan had the opportunity to visit Santa's Parade headquarters.
We've got a giant 60-foot-long crocodile going down the street chasing Captain Hook in a boat. And we've got a robot dog that'll walk down the street by itself, all in gold and silver.
They dance Sandy Hoyt and Susan Hayes bring you all the fun of the Santa Claus Parade.
UTV goes coast to coast to bring you Toronto's Santa Claus Parade, Sunday at 2:30 on UTV.
Mitchell, Jill is being ridiculous with this crap. You wouldn't believe me, Jill. No, I will continue to support my son, but not Jill. I've already made her a wealthy woman. Well, I just hate to see you taking an action that will, no doubt, increase the hostility. Be prepared, Jill, to take you back into court to ask for temporary alimony. I'm sure the judge won't have any part of that. Well, I don't know about that, John. But you have at least opened yourself up to another possible court appearance. Let her drag me in. When the judge sees these bills, I can't imagine that he would think that I've done anything inappropriate.
What do you want me to do, Jill?
I don't know. You're the lawyer, you tell me. Isn't John supposed to support me in the manner to which I'd become accustomed until the divorce is final, or until the settlement agreement is decided?
You have a prestigious, high-paying job. You own a large block of Jabot stock. I mean, basically, you're a wealthy woman.
So you're saying that because of that, he shouldn't have to support me?
All right, we could go into court and ask the judge to grant you temporary alimony.
Perfect, do it.
But I don't think it's strategically the best move. Every court appearance eats up some of the judge's time. And it's not like you're destitute.
So I'm just supposed to stand by while John takes advantage of me.
My strong advice to you is just to let this thing ride. See if anything else happens. If we move on this today, we're going to start a war. Plus, I'm concerned that the judge is going to think that we're being petty.
Now, you listen to me. John Abbott is trying to push me over the edge. I never know what that man is going to do next. And frankly, I'm frightened it's going to be something concerning Billy.
Well, I can't imagine what he'd do, Jill. I mean, he's not going to run off with the boy. He knows better than that. And if he does, that's when we haul him into court. Immediately.
Oh, well, that's real reassuring. But it does give me an idea.
What's that?
Catherine Sterling. She told me that her door was always open if I needed to talk. I think this might be the time.
Good. How's that going, Jill? Are you making inroads with Catherine?
Yes, I am. By the time I'm finished with her, Catherine is going to be a star.
Oh, Normie, not till then. Well, if you have to work late, you have to work late. I'll keep your dinner warm, sweetie. Look, I have to go. I love you.
Esther, how many times have I told you?
You don't want this line tied up. I know.
There, no. You see? You see? Yes, Lou. What's wrong? Well, no, dear, you just sound so upset. No, now would be just fine. See you shortly.
Who is it?
Jill. She's coming over.
Whose idea was this?
Well, she is just beside herself, and she would like to confide in me. In you, you're her worst enemy.
I can't believe you're really going through with this harebrained scheme, honey.
Oh, it is working beautifully.
What game is that, Mrs. Jones?
Esther, dear, please. You have something to do, like work? Please.
Yes, ma'am.
Catherine.
I know what you're about to say, dear. But let me tell you something. John does need me.
Like a hole in the head.
She's beginning to trust me. She's opening up to me more and more. And dropping little hits about her strategy.
Now, but you're going to turn around and feed directly to her husband's divorce attorney, aren't you?
Oh, indeed. And together, the three of us are going to bury that woman.
This weather update brought to you by Parfait, featuring lines by Bagato, Sabotage, Jax, and Jacqueline Connoir.
After getting a bit of everything today, some clouds, showers, rain, and sun, we're going to have a little more sun as we have a ridge of high pressure which is developing just off the Alaska Panhandle right now. Should work its way into our area by sometime tomorrow. We're going to see a few clear breaks tomorrow. Cloud and more showers possible tonight, but those clear breaks tomorrow with a high tomorrow of 7. And some good news, too, for Friday. We'll have all the details coming up on New News at 6.
Will my Christmas wishes come true?
Okay, hon. Your wishes may come true.
Daddy!
Come with me.
Take your choice of Sonic cars, just $12.86 each, and save on the incredible Edibles Workshop, only $34.87. More savings, more rewards, more money back. Zellers, where the lowest price is the law every day.
Mom, Daddy took me to Zeller's toilet.
Lori, where'd you get this?
Guess who has the lowest prices on brand name mattresses? If you didn't say Stacy's Furniture and Appliances, then you were dead wrong. It's Stacy's Guess Who Has the Lowest Price sale. Shop BC's largest selection of brand name mattresses and box springs featuring Serta and Sealy. Stacy's guarantees the lowest price on the Serta Perfect Sleeper mattress and box spring, only $3.99 both pieces. Guess who has the lowest prices on mattresses? Stacy's Furniture and Appliances, where we take the guesswork out of buying a new mattress.
Okay, I'm the new kid on the block. Mr. Duracell? Mr. Energizer?
You think you're better than me?
I'm long-lasting, too. And I've got more. At least 25 times more life than me. All I need is a quick boost.
Hey, Duracell, Energizer, Pure Energy is here. Canada's first mercury-free alkaline battery that's rechargeable.
Whoa! Pure Energy!
We got a live one here.
He started with death threats, animal torture, and sexual attacks on young children. Then he turned 12. Psychopaths in the making. A uni special feature Monday.
You said when?
She said Wednesday.
Beverly Hills 90210. Models Inc.
Destiny Ridge. It's safe.
Exactly.
It's Wednesdays on UTV. Just watch it.
Olivia, what are you thinking about? Stephanie and Malcolm did not dig each other. Okay, call me tenacious. But I think there's a chance for those two. And we're going to prove it tonight. Tonight? Mm-hmm. How? Stephanie has agreed to give Malcolm one more chance. Oh, girl, you're one incredible salesman. Believe me, it wasn't easy. She considers Malcolm a total jerk. I still think you're out on the limb here. You drew. Me what? I hope you don't mind, but I took it on myself to set things up at your place. You, Stephanie and Malcolm are going to come over there. Nathan and I are going to be there, too. And I'm supposed to do the cooking? If you like. I mean, we could order and, better still, we could all go out. That's if Malcolm and his date hit it off. You really think this could happen? You know, some of the best relationships have started off when they look at you and... Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is such a good idea. What do you mean? Talking about Malcolm. Could that man ever be trusted by any woman? Because of what happened with you that night. Yeah, after what he did. He took advantage of me, Olivia, while I was over-medicated. We should not be pushing Malcolm towards a woman like Stephanie. If you ask me, I have my doubts. Look, I mean, I don't blame you. But I think we're going to have to give Malcolm the benefit of the doubt. I believe what he says about why things got out of control that night. He hadn't had a woman in a long time, and he thought you were reaching out to him. You know, I don't think that he was intentionally trying to hurt you or his brother. I don't think he would do that in a million years. Besides which, whose idea was it to find the woman? I know what I said. I said it because I wanted to take some of the pressure off me, which I will once we find the right person. You see, Malcolm needs somebody that he's drawn to. Somebody that'll take his mind off of me, because I think a lot of time he has me on his mind. I don't want any part of it. I've got too much at stake. Okay, relax, little sister, because I think something tells me that if we handle this right, Malcolm and Stephanie are finally going to click.
So, you piqued my curiosity.
I did?
Yeah, what you said before about things going on in your life, they don't sound exactly positive.
They're not.
Anything to do with Jack Abbott?
What do you mean?
Well, you guys are engaged, right?
Yes. Well, I'm afraid maybe this engagement is going nowhere.
Why do you say that?
Both Jack and I are having second thoughts.
And that bothers you?
I won't deny it. When nothing happens in a relationship you've invested so much in, it's bound to bother you, don't you think?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, it's certainly true for me. There's a sense of loss. I assume you've experienced something like that?
Oh, yeah. That is a bond that we share. But it is not a bond that I would like to drink to.
Nor I, Brad. Do you prefer Brad or Bradley?
Brad, I guess.
So tell me about your wife.
Well, you don't waste any time, do you?
I think it's best to know those things up front.
There is no way.
There was one, I'll wager.
There was, yes.
Maybe more than one.
Ancient history.